dear students. In today's session, let us continue our discussion with respect to oracle functions. I hope you all remember yesterday, in the earlier section, we have discussed with the aggregate function, that is grouping function, then single row function, like that, right? So let us understand about its usage, its syntax, along with the examples. Well, this was an introduction I had given group functions and scalar functions. So let us understand the aggregate functions which are commonly used in the table functions. Okay, so table datas. Scalar functions are actually applied or termed as what? Single row function. For a particular row, that function is applied. Whereas aggregate function is what? For all the rows, for a complete column, the function is applied. Okay, let us find more information with respect to this. Single row functions can be further grouped together by the data type of their arguments and return values. For example, length relates to a string data type. Functions can also be classified corresponding to the different data types. So it means length here can be obtained with respect to which data type? String data type. So any value which is of string data type, any value belonging to string data type, for that we can apply which type of function? Length function. Okay, so like that we are also having some date functions also. Okay, we'll further look into that. Observe this. Aggregate functions. What is this? The very best example what we are familiar with is sum, that is summation. If you want to calculate the sum of all the marks, the if you are having some 6 subjects and if you want to find the sum of those marks you have obtained for all the 6 subjects, then you are taking the marks of all the 6 subjects. So that is what the aggregate function, where you are applying where you will be getting one single result, that is sum is a single result, and that single result is obtained by using which one? All the 6 subject marks. Are you all understanding? So average is also an example of which one? Aggregate function. Returns an average value of n. For example, if you are having the marks of 6 subject, or else normally in the SLC or your 10th marks, they will be taking the average or average marks of which one? Mathematics and science especially, right? Yes, so returns an average value of n means what? You can take the average of only 2 subjects, or if you want you can take the average of all the 6 subjects, like that. Okay, for example, in your BCA you are having 6 semesters, or 6 semesters. If you are asked what is the percentage of your BCA, okay, it's if they are not asking like what is the percentage marks of a particular semester, instead they are asking the percentage what you have scored in your BCA graduation, then you need to take the average of what? All the 6 semester marks. Are you all understanding? So returns an average value of n. It could be n number. For n number, you will be getting one result, one average value. Ignoring null values in a column. What is the meaning is, suppose like if you are having 6 semester, now at present you are studying which semester? Second semester, right? So if you are asked, you are pursuing BCA, and now if you are asked to provide the BCA graduation marks, so what you should do? You have given the exam of which one? Semester 1 exam you have already finished. Let us assume that semester 2 exam also you have finished. So it means what? Out of 6 semester you have finished how many semester exam? 2. So n value is how much here? 2. Okay, so for the remaining 4 semester, that is third semester, fourth semester, fifth semester, sixth semester, there are no values because you have not yet faced the exams. So for those semester marks, it is which type of values? Null value. So you will be taking the aggregate of which one? The first two semester marks, total marks, average you will be taking. Okay. So that is what you mean by ignoring null values in a column. So suppose if other semester marks, it is null, that is you have not yet given the exam. If no marks is there in that particular uh, column, it will be considering only the values that are present, sum 1 and sum 2. Okay, so how the syntax goes, avg is a keyword, the function name. Okay, so here distinct all n. So what is this? How do we apply this? I mean, average of which column? Is that clear? So among many columns, many attributes. Okay, for example, if you are having something like this, um, 10 students marks I am saving in a table. How many? 10 student marks if I am saving. Okay, each student has um, their own marks for the particular subject. If the lecturer wants to get the wants to have the average marks of a particular subject, for example, if I want to you are studying which one? C++, DBMS, which one? Internet of Things, basic mathematics, like this many subjects you are studying. So among all these subjects, if I want to view the average marks of which one? DBMS, of all the students. Okay, so I'm going to specify what, like in the student table there is a student roll number, student name, class, course, and marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, marks 4, like that. So let me consider that DBMS is marks 2. Okay, marks 2 belongs to which subject? DBMS. And if I want to take the which one? Average of that particular marks 2 for all the students. So 10 student marks are available for me. So marks 2 is the column name. So distinct. So distinct means which particular column? The particular column values what I want to get one single result, like n means what? The 10 students, the total number of records in which table? Student table. So you will be understanding better with the example. Okay, let's check out this example. Select AVG. AVG just now we discussed with the syntax, right? AVG. You found something like distinct, right? Distinct all you found. So just check out here. Average of a particular column, we call it as what? We will be telling with respect to, with the help of which one? Distinct keyword. Okay. So now just check out here. It is current balance. You want to get the average of a particular column, and that column name is what? Current balance. Okay, now just neglect this. Let me show you here. After specifying the average aggregate function here, aggregate function followed by to which column the aggregate function or the average has to be applied, that we have mentioned in the parenthesis, the actual column name. Then following to this, you are observing something like average balance within a double quotes, right? So what is the purpose of this double quotes information is, when this particular query is executed, if you as the result is displayed, if you want to specify your own column heading for that output, then we can achieve that by mentioning what is a column name you want to get, you want to have while viewing the result. So observe here the output, you're observing a column name called as average balance, right? So here this name is not existing in a table. So what is the table name here, students? Select average of current balance column from. From is a clause. From which table? Table name is account master. Account master. It means what? It is a query related to a particular like bank kind of transaction. Account master is a table which is going to, which is actually holding the uh, bank account information. Okay, so account underscore master is a table name. Select average of which column? Current balance. Current balance is a column or a attribute in which table? Account master table. And while displaying the result of the average of this column, the column heading you want to have is what, or the user wishes to have something like this, average balance. So whatever the column name you would like to prefer, you can mention that within a double quotes like this. So just check out here the output you are finding average balance. Okay, so from which table? Account master. So what is this answer? Now just observe here, they have given in the above select statement, AVG function is used to calculate the average balance accounts branch wise. Branch wise means, like as I just now told, account master is a table which is holding all the account information, which one, like branch wise. For example, one particular bank, if you take like SBM, SBI or any other Karnataka bank like that, you will be finding the branches at different location of that same bank, right? So branch wise average balance if you want to take. See, this is a function which is used to calculate the average balance accounts branch wise. The selected column is renamed as average balance in the output. So in the account master, so for example, let us assume that a particular bank is having some 50 branches. How many? Some 50 branches in a particular what city. Okay, so let us assume that there are 50 rows. So each row is going to show the which one? Each row is going to depict a particular branch current balance. Are you all understanding? So I'm taking an example that either it could be which one, SBI or any other Canara Bank like that. So let us we have assumed that there are some 50 branches. Okay, and each branch in account master is now having 50 rows showing the current balance of that particular branch. So each branch is having or is showing which one, the current balance at its location. So if you want to take the average of all those current balance, then which one, this average function is used. Okay, so I hope you all understood this average function. So let us find one more aggregate function, which is a very simple one, min, that is minimum. What is this? Returns a minimum value of expression. So for whichever the column you are applying this minimum aggregate function, in that particular column, which cell is holding a minimum value, that will be returned. Okay, just check out the syntax here. Minimum min followed by to which particular column. Okay, and following to that expr. So expr, what is that expr? Let us understand now. That is example select. So all these aggregate functions you are supposed to or I mean when we want to view some data means, of course we should use the select operation itself. Okay, so select followed by min aggregate function within parenthesis. So here distinct or all they have told. So for a particular column I am applying, I want to get the minimum value of a particular column. So or the attribute, what is that attribute or the column name? I am choosing which one? Current balance, CURBAL. So aggregate function within parenthesis, for which column you want to apply this minimum aggregate function. So the column name what we have chosen is current balance, and what is a new name you want to give for that output when the result is going to be displayed. You want to have a column name, right? So within double quotes I have mentioned minimum balance. So with this column heading you will be shown with what, the amount information. So along with these details you have to tell from which table you want to get the minimum current balance information. So it is what, from the account master only. So just now I took the example that Account master, let us assume that account master is having how many branches information? 50 branches information. Among that 50 branches, 50 rows, which branch is having very minimum balance? Okay, so minimum balance or the current balance is minimum. So that we can achieve with the help of min function. Okay, I hope you followed this. Select from current balance the very minimum one, minimum value from which column? Current balance column. Okay, from which table? With the help of from clause you are supposed to mention the table name. And what is the table name? Account master, right? Account master. So after executing this particular query, the output will be minimum balance. This is a heading what we have given within the double quotes, and 500 is displayed. Okay, so this is with the min function. The next aggregate function is with the count. Okay, count followed by expr, the expression. Okay, what is this? It is going to return the number of rows where expression is not null. So if the expression is not null, if you have specified the column name, okay, then it is going to return how many rows exist in that particular expression or in the particular column. It is going to give you the number of rows present in a particular column. Okay, just observe the syntax. Count distinct all expr. This is a general syntax we find. Okay, that is count within parenthesis distinct or all. Distinct means what? Unique rows. Or if you don't want, if you are not using distinct, it means let me clarify, students. Let us assume that there are students, like student name column will be there, right? In a student table, what is that? Name of the student or student name column will be present. And let us in your class there are two students of same name. For example, let us forget that those students are having which one, like the uh, first name, middle name, last name. Instead of taking that category, let us take that your friends Tarun are there. Two of them are there, right? So if I mention count distinct expr, count distinct expr means from which column. If I am using distinct, what happens? If two times Tarun is there, the name Tarun is present, it will be considering only one Tarun for a count. Are you all understanding? So another other Tarun count, it observes the same name, so it skips, it doesn't take the count of the same type of name. Whereas if you don't use this one distinct or anything, if you simply use count expr, count the column name, so even though the values are repeated, it is going to count the total number of names present in that student name column. Okay, now just check out here example. With the help of select operation, select count, account number. What is the column name we are having? Account number is a column name. And what is the heading you want to give while displaying the output? Within double quotes we have given a new name, number of accounts. So only for the output purpose we are using this column name, that's all. It doesn't affect the table column name. Okay, so only for to view the output information, what is the information that we are finding? To have a easiness, we are giving our familiar or some simple convenient table heading to view the result, to understand the result. Okay, so select count. What is for which column we want to count? Account number column. Okay, from which table? From account master. So from the as I told, account master is a table, and if you want to know the total number of rows present in the which column? Account number column. In which table? Account master. So it is going to take the count. So it means what? 10 is displayed. So count star returns the number of rows in the table including duplicates and those with the nulls. Suppose if there is a null value, no account number exists, or some account number has repeated. Okay, so as here in the query, like in the example here, we have simply used count. Following to that, expr we have taken. What is expr? The column name. We didn't specify distinct, right? So it is, while counting, it is going to consider the duplicate value as well as null value. If it is the row is empty also, it is going to take the count. Okay, so that is a meaning. This is a syntax. What is count star now? See here, count star is what? Select count star number of records from account master. So it is also going to display what? The 10. Star means what? All the rows from a table. So select all. Asterisk means all. From account master, it means what? Here asterisk symbol, in the place of asterisk symbol, you are not finding a particular column name, right? Column name we are not finding here in the count star. Whereas here count expr, see the difference here, count expr and count asterisk symbol. Count expr means the column name, whereas count asterisk symbol means count all the rows. It is not telling of a particular column to count. For a particular column, how many rows has to be counted, it is not telling. It is telling for all the attributes, for all the columns, how many number of rows exist. So count star, select count star number of records from account master. So here number of records is the column name we have given for our convenience. Select count asterisk symbol from account master. From account master table, count all the rows of all the attributes. So total how many rows? 10 is present. Okay, so remember the difference between expr and asterisk symbol. Here you are specific with the column name. Here it is, you are not specific with the column name or the attribute name. You are taking into consideration the total number of rows in the account master. Okay. Now the next aggregate function is max. So just now we discussed minimum, the same as max. So for a particular column, if you want to find the maximum value present in that particular column, you can achieve that with the help of which function? Max. Okay, so distinct, that is, if you don't want to consider the duplicate values, only if the duplicate value exists, only one copy has to be considered, then only you are using distinct. Okay, max, this is optional. Within the square bracket, what you are finding in the above syntax also, we found the same pattern, right? So whatever you are finding within the square brackets, it is optional. Okay, which one is compulsory? expr. So example, you just check out. Select the aggregate function max. expr, in terms of expr, what is used? Current balance. So what is from which table? From account master table. And what is a column heading we have taken? Maximum balance, right? So select maximum value from the current balance column that exists in which table? Account master. So for our user convenience, the column heading is taken as maximum balance, and just check out the output here. Maximum balance you are finding, and what is it? 2000 you're finding. So among the available account in the account master, the current balance column with very maximum value is how much? 2000. Okay, like that. Then one more aggregate function, that is, initially we explained the aggregate function with sum example, right? SUM. So returns the sum of the values of n. So we all are familiar with the summation, sum. Just check out the syntax. Sum within the square bracket, that is, they are optional. Distinct, distinct or all is optional. And what is it? N. So n is what? Instead of expression, they have used n here in the syntax. So here normally we can make use of the column name. So for which column you want to do the summation? So select sum. Current balance is a column you want to find the summation. So what is a column heading we are trying to choose? Total balance, right? Yes, so output we want to have the heading as total balance. From which table? From account master. So select sum for the column current balance from for which account? Account master. Okay, from account master table. So the output goes like this. Check out here. Output, the column heading is total balance, and the among the 10 accounts that exist in the account master table, if you are taking the summation of which particular column current balance, it will be giving up to 11,000. So this is what with the aggregate functions, grouping of functions. So you are considering many number of rows values to get one single output. Okay, so let us discuss about the numerical functions or many other functions in our next session. Well students, while understanding the pattern of functions or any other syntax commands, note down the syntax and the examples that has been discussed, because while discussing the practical kind of operations, it is very essential and it will be helpful for you all to compare and refer, and easy, it will be easy for you to understand. Thank you.